recording has started. So, in our last class, or the class before the last, yeah, we started year 6 and we looked at the structure in that class. Can you remember? Can you remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in today's class, we are going to move further in our year 6. We're going to look at something we call literal operator. And if time permits us, we will look at spread operator. So let's start from the first one, literal operator. This is usually used to do the work of concatenation. You know, in JavaScript, we use the plus sign to concatenate, right? Abina. Hello.
Yes, sir.
What did I say?
I can hear you. Yes.
What did I say?
You said in ES5. In ES5, we use the plus sign to concatenate.
Good. So we're going to be using literal operator. Well, it isn't that you are to discard plus sign totally. No, you are not to. You can just use whichever you are more comfortable with. So let's create a variable. Let's say variable num.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you recording this session?
Yes, I am.
All right.
So let's create a variable. Let's say num. I want to say I am, let's say 5 years old. Note that this num is a string. Not it. So if I say alert, let's use the plus sign to concatenate. I am num years old. If I run this, what will I say?
I am 5 years old.
Good. Let's start from there. Let's take it a step further. Let's say I am num plus 2 years old. What will I say?
I am 7 years old.
No, it will give me I am 50.
What?
I am
I
52.
am five. Okay, I am 52.
Yes, it's given I am 52 years old. Now, what if I change this to a number? What if I change it to a number? What will I say?
To a number. That would be I am 7 years old.
No, it will still be I am 52 years old. Remember, I told us then.
52 years old.
Good. Thank you, sir. I told us then that when you are concatenating, once your character is string, it's going to start treating other things as string. This part is a string.
Okay.
So what you are concatenate is string value number, it
Yes,
just becomes
yes,
string.
go on.
Good. So this still results. So things like this are why we have literal operator. Although you can still find your way around it by using the eval function. The eval function will help you to evaluate it. So that's going to be like I am 7 years old. You can still, if you want to. But then, let's see how we can do the same thing using the literal operator. The literal operator makes it even look shorter and cleaner. It makes the code looks cleaner. Let's see how it works. Why writing the literal operator? Instead of using quotes, whether single quote or double quotes, you are not going to be using that. You are not going to be using any of the two popular quotes. I mean single quote or double quotes. Instead, you are going to be using backtick. Charlie Kotimolo. This is not single quote or double quotes. This is backtick. Is the sign before one on your keyboard? Shall we look at the keyboard? Wa?
Sir?
Is the symbol before one? One. The key
Yes.
before one on your keyboard.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, this is whenever you want to use letter operator, you use this symbol instead. Now, this can easily display string. Let's say I am a boy. Let's start from here. So, I am a boy. This will alert I am a boy as though, if this backtick were to be single quote or double quote, you see display I am a boy. I've been now.
Yes. Yeah.
If it were to be either single quote or double quote, it will still give you I am a boy. But then, let's now take it a
Yeah,
step further.
sure.
Good, thank you, sir. Let's now say we want to display I am a boy of 5 years old. Let's now look at the difference there. I am a boy of 5. Now, with ES5, we would have done something like this of num. We will now concatenate years old like this. Like this. But here is different. In fact, you are not going to leave this backtick. Instead, you put dollar and this curly braces. You can write simple JavaScript expression inside these curly braces. Simple JavaScript expression. Meaning that if I say math.random, math.random generates random number. Have you now?
Yes.
So if I say math.random, this will still run, it will still generate a random number even inside this backtick. Like whenever you have this curly brace, dollar curly braces, you can write simple JavaScript expression inside it and it will still work fine. Shall I get them? Shall I put generate random number for what?
Yeah.
Any questions so far? Tabatu refresh has generate another random number.
Sir?
And Tabatu refresh has to generate another random number.
Okay. I have a question, sir.
Okay, man.
What is the difference between math.random and math.floor?
Floor runs down. This random generates a random number. I think the question you want to ask is, what is the difference between math.rand and math.floor? I think that this generates a random number.
And math.floor.
Math.rand. Okay, let's
Land.
okay. Floor runs down. Runs down. For instance, let's say a number is 7.9. If I land this number with your normal knowledge in math, if you land up this number, what should you get?
8.
8. But if you use math.floor for this, it will land it down to 7. Hope you understand.
Okay.
If it is 7.2, it will still land it to 7 also. It lands down to the nearest whole number, but it is down. It lands down. But math.rand works the way you understand rounding off in mathematics, meaning that if it is 0 to 4, it runs down. If it is 5 to 9, it runs up. So if it is math.rand, if it is 7.3, this becomes 7. But if it is 7.7, this becomes 8.
Okay.
So that's the difference between math.rand and math.floor. While
So, and is it? Okay.
math.seal runs up every time. Math.seal, like ceiling. Seal like this. Runs up. So if it is 7.1, it becomes 8. It runs up
Okay.
every time. So math.floor runs down. Math.seal runs up. While math.rand just works the way you understand it in mathematics.
Okay.
And
So is it now possible to use math.rand and math.floor together on a line of code?
yes. Okay, math.rand and math.floor. Well, if you are using
Yes.
rand and floor, they are doing almost the same thing. Almost the same thing. Most times you usually do it for this math.random. Remember the difference between math.rand and math.random. There's a difference between maths.rand and math.random. This generates a random number like any number, but the number will just be
Okay.
a decimal number that is lesser than 1. Math.random generates a random number or a decimal number that is lesser than 1. That is the work of
Okay.
this math.random.
One dot two one.
Why
Okay.
this one rounds up or rounds down? So it's going to
Okay.
take a value. It takes a value. Let's say if I say 7.2, so it will round this down because it is lesser than 5. So if I say
Yes.
alert this 7 because it is lesser than
Yeah.
5.
Yes.
Let's move on to, let's continue with what or do you still have any question?
No. No, sir.
Okay. Now this dollar curly braces, it handles simple JavaScript expressions, and for that reason we can now put a variable there also. So this becomes I am a boy of 5 years old. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, let's save and refresh. So we can also say num plus 2. This is still a simple JavaScript expression. That's 5 plus 6, 7. This gives I'm a boy of 7 years old. Show you.
Yes, sir.
So we don't need to plot like concatenate, like close these quotes, then put the plus sign here, then put another plus sign here, then open another quotes. This makes it simple. This is literal operator. We call this literal operator. Shani Berry. Charlie, tẹ̀síwájú. Yes, bro.
Yes, a lè tẹ̀síwájú.
Okay. Let's move on. So, having looked at the literal operator, let's move to spread operator. Spread operator. Let's look at what makes this spread operator interesting. You can spread an object, and you can also spread an array. I come again. You can spread an object, and you can spread an array. But the question is, what is the meaning of spread? Uh, from your understanding of the word spread, what does it mean? Like English language now, what do you understand by the word spread?
Okay. Spread simply means to diffuse now. To
Okay.
diffuse something.
Okay.
To separate, to extend things
Okay.
around.
Okay. Aha. So now that's what we want to do. Okay. Let's create an array. Let's say our array looks like this. We can now spread this like you are pouring, in this case now, it's like you are pouring this thing out. Everything inside this array. You are pouring it out. Shall understand?
Okay.
It's like you are spreading it on the floor. But when you spread it, it is not spread with its container. You know this square braces is the container now, right?
Sir?
These square braces, these brackets is the container.
Yes. Yes.
So when you spread an array, it is like you are pouring out things in the array, but without the container.
Okay.
So let's spread it out. I can say, let's because where it is usually useful so that you understand it better. When do we use something like this spread operator? Let's say I want to generate a new array, and I want the new array to be like this: 1, 2. Then I want it to now contain everything inside this array. That is 3, 4, 5, 6. Then multiply adding commits 7, 8. Remember, what we have here, it's whatever we have inside this array. Meaning, if what we have in this array is 10, 15, 20, 25, then this part will become 10, 15, 20, 25. Are we getting it?
Yes.
So, in situation like this, spread operator makes your work so easy. Let's look at how you would have had to do it without spread operator. Then we are going to appreciate spread operator even more. When you see a problem like this, you might easily think that maybe if I put ARR here, is to put everything inside this array to bring it here. I've been now. So one might think that if you just put ARR here like this, then it will bring this array, and it will bring, well, it will actually do that, but it won't give us the results we want. What do I mean? Let's say console log new array. Let's do this. Shall new array nearby on you? Let's open it up. Can we see the index 2? Shall we put the array low and there? It should just be, this 10 should be at index 2, this 15 should be at index 3, this 20 should be at index 4, and then do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not that a whole array will be at index 2.
The single index.
Yes. So one way we can do it is to come back to your for loop. You can use your loop, you can use join. Let's do it using loop. Array. I can say let new array equals to 1, 2. Then we can now remove this and say ARR dot push, sorry, new array dot push. So what about Shepconi? Let's quickly explain the solution. Articulate array in B. So we have this at 1 and 2 better.
Okay.
We now have this loop. This loop we push the first item inside this AR because index will first be 0. I've been now.
Yes.
So to push the first item inside the AR, which is 10, if you push it inside this place, then if you push the second item, third item till it gets to the end of this loop. Do you understand? The end of this array. So it's going to push 10, 15, 20, 25. When it's now done, it will now come here and push 7 and 8 at the back. So that if you say console log new array like this, it will have the same results. Shall we watch it? So with this solution, even if this should increase, our code will still work fine. Shall we pay for each other? 1, 2, and then 7 is 1 party, the other one line. But this is ES5. Let's find a better solution. There's a better solution. If you are doing this with ES6, remember ES6 is less code, more functionalities. So we can say let new array, put 1, 2, then we can now say spread everything here. Spread it. How do you spread? Before we do this, dots, dots, dots. That is how you spread. When you use this dot dot dot, it's going to spread whatever item you want it to spread. So this is going to spread this ARR array. Oh my dog, so this dot 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 ARR is technically you saying bring out all of this and pour it here. Nǹkan tó máa ṣe ni kò ní gbé bracket mọ́ the opening and closing part kò ní kó mọ́ àkọ́kọ́ nǹkan nú ẹnìkan and pour it away.
Content.
Just the content.
Yes.
So we can now go back to the solution we are trying to do. We now say dot 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 ARR. We can now put our 7 and 8. So this will spread everything. We still have the same solution. So when we come here and say console log new array, then we have this solution. So if you change this to 6, 7, or 3, 4, 3, 4, 6, we have this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've seen how to spread an array. Let's move forward and see how to spread an object. So let's say we have an object that looks like this, obj.
We can't see you, hear you anymore.
Sorry, it can't
Would you
hear me.
pause for a while?
Yeah, it can't hear me. I have to drop the call. Let me divert all calls so that another call will not come in again.
You are currently paused again.
Yes, I had to. I want to quickly divert all calls.
That's fine. That's all right.
Give me a second, please. Hello, please can you hear me? Please can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Alright.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, sir. So, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Alright.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. Let's say I have an object like this. This object, let's say it has a property, and the property is tire. It has a department, and let's say that is CSC, and let's say it has a property called school, and let's say that school is Unilearn. We have this object. I want to create a new object, and that new obj looks like this. Let's say we want it to have everything inside this first one, everything, but with another property, meaning we want it to contain all of this, but then with more things, maybe with heights. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Something like this, maybe this. So it's very short way. And remember, once this one changes, you also want this one to change. That is, if this tire should be Kenny, then you want this one to also change to Kenny. So a good way of doing that is just to come here and spread it out. Remember, when you spread an item, it's like you are taking everything without its container. So
Okay.
you can say dot 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 obj, then do it like this. So it's like you are taking all of this without the container and you are pulling them out, then you're adding a new property. So we can now say console log new obj.
Object.
Check out this Waju.
Yes.
Now,
I have a question, sir.
okay.
What's in the situation that I want that name to be Taiwan
Okay. That's the
or
next thing.
any other name?
Okay. That's the next thing we want to talk about.
Okay.
After spreading it, you can override this. You can come here
Okay.
and say name is James. Like this.
Okay.
So this will override whatever might be inside this place. Others with this, the pattern will still be CSC, school will still be Unilearning, but the name inside it will change to James.
Okay.
Now, but the position of this name matters.
Okay.
If this name, let me cut it out. If it comes before this obj, it won't work. The name inside will still be Kenny. The reason is because when JavaScript is creating this object, it will first create this as the name as James. When it now gets to this obj will now change it to Kenny. So that when you get to the browser, you will see Kenny there. Sorry, that's console log new obj. Shall I put Kenny low one there? So this name must come before this spread operator. So if it sorry, it must come after. Sorry, it must come after the spread operator if you want it to be effective. So I will change this name now, the location of this name, to after the spread operator. I can put it.
Sorry,
here.
I can't do that in that app.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Sorry.
I hear you.
Okay. So I've changed the location of this name now to come after the obj. With this can now, this will now overwrite whatever might be coming from obj. Show you what.
That might be a name before.
Yes. So when we refresh now, we have the name as James. Any
Okay.
question on spread operator?
No question at the moment.
Okay. Let's stop here tonight. So please complete my assignments. Mr. Jacob,
Let me
hey,
show
you
you.
wanted to present.
Yes.
Let me stop recording. Let me stop recording.